So you are wondering what the cost of living in Orlando, Florida is? Well, in today's video, it's going to be all about the cost of living right here in Orlando, Florida, from housing to buying groceries, gas prices, tolls, restaurants, and more. So stay tuned.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine?
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Anthony Tejada and I'm a local realtor in the Central Florida area. And if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell so you get notified every time I post new video. Oh, and by the way, if you're planning on moving or relocating and have more questions to ask me, please let me know. I've been helping families move into their new home and I absolutely love it. So feel free to call me, text me, email me, Facebook message me, or whatever works best for you. Okay, so let's start with the number one topic that I'm sure on everyone's mind, and that is housing costs in Orlando. All right, guys, so if you look at this chart here provided to us by Aura, our Orlando Regional Realtor Association, the market average sales price for a home in Orlando in 2018 was around $276,000 compared to now where it's at $289,000 and change. So that is an increase of $13,200 comparatively to last year's average price. Now, let's say if you're going to rent an apartment or home in the Orlando area, you will need to come up with a deposit. A deposit can range anywhere between $100 or up to the equivalent of the monthly rent depending on your credit score.
Hi, Pearl. You don't have to raise your voice.
So guys, we're looking at the rental numbers by average and by bedroom size in Orlando, Kissimmee, Sanford metro area, which is generally around Orlando. And if you can see here, the studios, right, on the low end are $821 and on the high end are at $1,072. A one bedroom on the high end, $1,155, on the low end, $930. Two bedroom, $1,369, on the low end, $1,148. Three bedroom, $1,815, on the low end, $1,537, and a four bedroom on the high end, it's $2,165 average, comparatively to the low end of $1,791. So that gives you a generalized idea, low to high, of the rental comparatively to the bedroom situation in the Orlando general area. Managers or landlords can also charge you a non-refundable application fee that can start from $25 and up per person as well.
I found my money.
If you have an eviction on record, that discrepancy alone will make it harder for you to rent. If you have pets, a pet deposit can be charged in two ways. One is a one-time upfront pet fee or a monthly pet fee per pet that may differ in cost due to pet weight and community standards. Pet fees generally average around $300 per leasing period. In some apartment and condo complexes, and even in some home rentals, you may have to pay for sewer, water, and trash separately, and this averages to about $50 to $80 per month. Number two, gas prices. Just to give you an idea at the moment of this video, you can pay roughly $2.35 per gallon for a regular gas. Mid-grade gas will run you about $2.70 and super premium gas will cost you about $3 per gallon. However, if you live closer to the theme parks and or airport, then gas can be a few cents higher. Number three, let's talk about tolls in Orlando. We either use SunPass or ePass. Both agencies have transponders that you can use for express lanes in the toll booth areas on the Orlando highway systems. And both are very similar when it comes to costs on a daily basis. So guys, to give you an example of how much the toll can cost, I'm going to show you a little exercise I like to do with the SunPass online toll calculator, which is my preference and which I'm going to provide the link in the bottom of the description if you want your own calculation as well. So if you go here, you can like add your trips here. So we're going to start from, you know, the international airport, and also we're going to end up in a very popular area, which is like typical International Drive, right? So we'll click that in. And as you can see, per our SunPass trip calculator, starting in the centralized area here of the airport in Orlando to where International Drive is here, you know, your trip cost is usually $2.86 with a savings of 64 cents. All right, and you know, I'm going to add the description like I said before, and you can play around with plenty of, you know, trip descriptions and stuff like that, so you can see what, you know, your costs are when you use the toll systems in Orlando. Number 4, let's talk about electric utility costs on average. Depending on the type of property you own or rent, you may pay more or less. Let me explain. Because the way that homes are being built today, also compared to older homes and new code changes, new properties are more energy efficient than before. Also, because Florida weather is mostly hot through the year, most people have to keep their AC on auto to stay comfortable in their homes.
All right, Mr. Pewterschmidt. Now, you know how in your building, your office temperature was controlled by a central air system that you had nothing to do with?
Yeah, I hated that.
Well, check it out. This room has its very own thermostat that you can fiddle with.
Really? I can change the temperature in here?
You're retired. You can do anything you want.
Well, I am kind of warm. I'll try it out. Oh, that's perfect. Now I'm cold.
Crank up the thermostat.
Ah, wonderful. Hotter than blazes in here. But wait, I can turn the heat down.
He's learning.
So you can expect to pay between $160 to $350 in electric utility charges. Of course, this will also depend on how high or low you keep the thermostat. Though when the weather gets colder around November or February, you can expect to average less than $160 per month on this type of utility. Number 5, bus fare. If you don't own a car and would like to take the bus system in Orlando, we have the links that goes to numerous Orlando destinations. A single bus fare will cost you about $2. Or if you're looking for a one-time fee per day use, there's the all-day pay promotion. It will run you about $4.50 per day. For more information on the Lynx system fare, cost, and routes, I will provide the Lynx website in the description part of this video below. Number 6, sales tax. Depends on what part of Central Florida you are living in, the sales tax can be between 6.5% to 7.5%. For the most part, if you live in Orange County, the sales tax is 6.5%. This is considered lower than 93% of Florida counties and 64% lower than other counties nationwide. Number 7, cost of groceries in Orlando. To buy groceries for your family in Orlando, the average grocery prices is as follows in cost. 1 quart of whole fat milk is $1.24. A loaf of bread for 2 people is $2.46. A large dozen of eggs is $3.53. A 1 pound boneless chicken breast is $4.67. A pre-made salad on average will cost you $4.29. And ground beef is about $4.49 per pound. Is an example of prices I paid on my last shopping run to Publix, which is my local supermarket. Number 8, restaurants. If you prefer to dine out, there are several options in Orlando that will typically set you back about $7.99 per plate, with a few higher end restaurants and steakhouses that are more in line with the $35 per plate price range. So depending on what you choose, a typical dinner out for 2 could range anywhere from $40 to $90. You can always take advantage of happy hour, where local venues offer discount alcoholic drinks, free appetizers, and discounted menu items for a better deal when going out. All right, guys, so this was a comparison cost of living in Orlando, Florida. Keep in mind, comparatively, it is cheaper than 54% of cities in the US and 51% cheaper than cities in North America as a whole. I hope all this information gives you an idea of what the cost of living in Orlando is on average. And if you're thinking of moving or relocating and have more questions, please let me know. I've been helping families, once again, move into their new homes, and I absolutely love it. So feel free to call me, text me, email me, Facebook message me, or whatever works best for you. As always, my name is Anthony Tejada, and I'm here always shattering your expectations. Have a good one.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor?